Hey traders, Target Filled Trading here. I know it's been a little while since I've messed with Polarity ATI and Analytica Chart 4, but I actually have some good news. Since Connor released his update and also the settings for NQ, I've actually had a lot of success with Analytica Chart 4 and Polarity ATI. As you can see here, my trade performance summary is pulled up. Over the last about 2 weeks, starting at the beginning of August and going all the way up to now, August 14th, I'm actually positive on one of my Apex accounts, $1,600 total net profit. As you can see, a list of the trades here. I'm using Connor's settings that he announced on his YouTube channel, and they've actually been fairly good. One thing that's different from NQ as compared to ES is that NQ is extremely fast. You have very little time to react and very little time to overthink and second guess yourself. For that reason, I feel like NQ is the better instrument. Not only is it quick, it seems to stick to the rules a little bit better than ES does. If you guys would like, I'll also go over a video detailing all of my settings, but just know that they're identical to what Connor has released. As you can see here, I have a fair good amount of trades spanning over the month of August. If you look in my analysis here, I've only actually traded 5 days out of those 2 weeks, and all 5 days are profitable. I had a pretty rough second day on August 8th where I had a gross profit of 648, but I actually lost quite a bit. But I dug myself out of the hole and ended the day positive 252. I'm currently only trading 2 contracts of the NQ scalp strategy, which is a 20 tick take profit, a 16 tick stop loss, and the auto break even at positive 13, moving the stop to negative 8. That ATM strategy is also the same one that Connor's detailed on his page. One good thing about NQ is that it is very obvious when you see the choppy ranges, and it is very obvious when you see the breakouts. A lot of the time, I've been making my money in choppy areas. One day, I actually did not use Polarity ATI, and I actually traded a regression zone manually. Basically, I marked the 2 highlighted areas, and whenever the price reached the top of the limit, I would sell, and whenever the price would reach the bottom of the limit, I would buy back into the zone, and I would cash out about halfway into the zone. This was a very profitable strategy for me because it essentially capitalized on the choppiness of the action, and I was able to squeeze out a little bit more ticks than the strategy would have allowed. That also is a little bit more risky, but when it's very obvious when you're in a zone, like today when Connor did his live stream, it was very obvious that he made all of his money or the majority of his money in the regression zone. It's a little bit safer to make those plays during that time. I was also using volume price analysis and looking at the point of controls on the bars, their Analytica Chart 4. These yellow guys, when they would go in a zone like this, actually, I would basically buy the lows and get out when it would reach halfway up, which is essentially 26 ticks. So it was definitely a good strategy and something that you don't have to risk the entire move of the channel to make profit. If you measure this one too, if you would have shorted this range right here, this entire move is 33 ticks. Obviously, you don't need to go that much. You can just get a quick 20 ticks or 16 ticks, and you'd have probably even higher probability of winning. But in these areas right here where this choppiness goes back and forth, putting it in regression mode and auto arming is definitely a winning strategy. We saw Connor trade live today, 814, and we saw how good he did in that regression zone. And I've actually been seeing some results, some positive results as well. I don't want this video to be too long. I just wanted to share an update and let you guys know that Polarity ATI and Analytica Chart 4 have been kind of making a comeback in my trading strategy, and I'm looking forward to trading this Apex account with Polarity ATI. If you have any questions or comments, or if you need any assistance, please leave it in the comments. I try to respond to everyone, and I'll try to help you with setups. I'll try to help you with reading the chart. I'll make a how-to video, or if you guys want clarification on something on what I'm doing. I definitely see myself as a beginner and somebody who just couldn't get it right when they were trading ES, but now I see the success that it has on NQ, and I think it's the instrument for me. So I definitely encourage everyone to try and trade sim, but if you can, try to trade on a sim account during live hours. The delta down here only updates once every second on playback, and during the live trading hours, this updates more frequently than once per second. So you actually get more clear market data during a live market hours. You can still trade a sim account, but you want to make sure that you're trading the sim account during live market hours to get the best practice. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them down below, and I'll try to get back to you. Happy trading.